Hey everyone, let's talk about something that comes up a lot, but often in whispers and online forums rather than open conversation. It's the age-old question that has probably crossed the mind of anyone serious about their fitness journey. Does masturbation kill your gains? This idea has been floating around gyms and locker rooms for decades, creating a cloud of confusion and anxiety. Many people worry that this very normal, very human act could be secretly sabotaging all their hard work, from lifting weights to eating right. The fear is that it might drain your energy, lower your motivation, or even mess with the hormones you need to build muscle and strength. The myth often goes something like this. Every time you engage in this activity, you're losing vital nutrients or depleting your life force, making it impossible to perform at your peak in the gym. This belief isn't just a modern internet phenomenon. It has roots in old philosophies and misconceptions about the human body. Because it's a topic we don't always discuss openly, these myths can grow and spread without being challenged by actual science. People end up feeling guilty or stressed, wondering if they need to choose between a healthy sex life and achieving their fitness goals. It's time we moved past the rumors and looked at what the evidence actually says. The concern is understandable, especially when you're pouring so much effort into your training, nutrition, and recovery. You want to control every variable you can to maximize your results. If you hear that something as simple as masturbation could be holding you back, it's natural to take it seriously. The fitness world is full of advice, some good, some bad, and it can be incredibly difficult to tell the difference. This particular topic gets even more complicated because it's tied to personal and sometimes sensitive feelings, making it hard to find clear, judgment-free information. The goal here is to cut through that noise and give you the facts. So, let's put the locker room talk aside and approach this like we would any other health question, with curiosity and a focus on scientific evidence. We're going to break down what testosterone is, how it works, and what research really shows about the connection between sexual activity and your physical performance. By the end of this, you'll have a much clearer understanding of what truly impacts your gains. Spoiler alert, you probably have a lot less to worry about than you think. The real factors holding you back are likely hiding in plain sight, and they have more to do with your overall lifestyle than this one specific act. Before we can tackle the big question, we need to understand the main player in this story, testosterone. What is it, and why does everyone in the fitness world talk about it so much? Testosterone is a hormone, which is essentially a chemical messenger that tells your body what to do. While it's often called the male hormone, everyone has it. Men just typically have much higher levels. It plays a crucial role in a lot of bodily functions, including regulating sex drive, bone mass, fat distribution, and the production of red blood cells. Think of it as a master key that unlocks many of your body's most important processes. For anyone trying to build muscle and get stronger, testosterone is particularly important because of its role in muscle protein synthesis. This is the scientific term for the process where your body uses protein to repair and build muscle fibers after you've damaged them during a workout. Higher levels of testosterone can help accelerate this process, allowing you to recover faster and build muscle more efficiently. This is why it's so closely linked to gains. It doesn't just help you build muscle, it also contributes to the strength, power, and energy you bring to your workouts, making it a cornerstone of athletic performance. When your testosterone levels are in a healthy range, you'll likely feel more energetic, motivated, and capable in the gym. On the other hand, low testosterone can lead to fatigue, decreased muscle mass, and difficulty making progress, no matter how hard you train. This is why so many people are protective of their testosterone levels and wary of anything that might lower them. The fear that masturbation could cause a significant drop in this vital hormone is the entire foundation of the myth we're exploring. It's a logical connection to make, but it's one that needs to be examined with real data, not just assumptions. It's also important to remember that testosterone levels aren't static. They naturally fluctuate throughout the day, and can be influenced by many different factors. Things like your sleep quality, diet, stress levels, and overall health have a much bigger and more sustained impact on your hormones than you might realize. So, while we focus on the specific question of masturbation, keep the bigger picture in mind. Maintaining healthy testosterone is about building a healthy lifestyle, not just avoiding one single activity. Now let's see what happens when we introduce sexual activity into this hormonal equation. So, we've established that testosterone is critical for gains. The million-dollar question is, does masturbation actually lower it? Let's turn to the science. The research on this topic is interesting because it shows some hormonal changes, but not in the way the myths suggest. One well-known study found that men who abstained from ejaculation for 7 days actually saw a significant spike in their testosterone levels on the 7th day. This is often the single piece of evidence people point to as proof that abstinence boosts testosterone. However, it's crucial to look at the full picture here. The same study showed that after this peak on day 7, the testosterone levels returned to their normal baseline. There was no long-term sustained increase. Furthermore, other studies looking at the immediate effects of ejaculation have found that it causes only a minor and temporary fluctuation in testosterone levels. Right after orgasm, there's a short-term increase in a hormone called prolactin, which can make you feel relaxed and sleepy. Prolactin can temporarily suppress dopamine and, by extension, testosterone, but these levels quickly return to normal, usually within an hour or so. This is not a long-term gain-killing drop. What this means is that the idea of masturbation draining your testosterone is a myth. The changes that occur are temporary and part of your body's natural hormonal rhythm. They are not significant enough to have any meaningful impact on your ability to build muscle over time. Think of it like this. Sprinting up a flight of stairs will temporarily spike your heart rate, but it doesn't mean your heart rate will be high forever. Your body is excellent at maintaining balance, a state called homeostasis. Your hormonal system is no different. It's designed to handle these small, everyday fluctuations without issue. Therefore, the scientific consensus is clear. Normal masturbation habits do not negatively affect your overall testosterone levels in a way that would harm your fitness progress. The anxiety and stress you might feel from worrying about it are likely to have a greater negative impact on your hormones than the act itself. Chronic stress is a known killer of testosterone, so obsessing over this myth could ironically create the very problem you're trying to avoid. The evidence simply doesn't support the idea that you need to choose between a healthy sex life and a healthy body. Okay, so we know masturbation won't wreck your testosterone levels, but what about your actual performance in the gym? Could it affect your energy, focus, or strength during a workout? This is where the conversation shifts from hormones to more practical, immediate effects. For most people, the answer is no. It won't have a significant negative impact, provided the timing is right. If you engage in sexual activity right before heading to the gym, you might feel a bit tired or less motivated due to that post-orgasm prolactin release we talked about. This is the refractory period where you feel relaxed and even sleepy. However, this feeling is temporary. If you masturbate the night before a morning workout, or several hours before an evening session, there is no scientific evidence to suggest it will diminish your strength, endurance, or power. Your body will have had plenty of time to return to its baseline state. In fact, some athletes report that sexual activity helps them relax and sleep better, which could actually improve their recovery and subsequent performance. The key here is personal experience and common sense. If you know that it makes you feel sleepy, it's probably not a great pre-workout routine. But it's not going to drain your strength reserves. The real conversation we should be having is about moderation and balance. Like almost anything in life, too much of a good thing can become a problem. If masturbation becomes a compulsive behavior that interferes with your daily life, disrupting your sleep schedule, causing you to skip workouts, or distracting you from your goals, then it's no longer a healthy habit. In this case, the problem isn't the act itself but the compulsive pattern behind it. The negative impact on your fitness would come from the missed gym sessions and poor sleep, not from the hormonal effects of orgasm. Ultimately, your success in the gym is determined by the big rocks, your training consistency, your nutrition, your sleep quality, and your stress management. These are the pillars that support muscle growth and strength gains. Worrying about whether a perfectly normal and healthy activity is killing your gains is like worrying about a tiny crack in the sidewalk when you're walking toward a skyscraper. Focus on what truly matters. Listen to your body, maintain a balanced lifestyle, and don't let outdated myths distract you from your path. A healthy life includes physical, mental, and sexual well-being, and they can all coexist beautifully.